Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Here is a scorpion half mask that we're going to take a look at today. Hope you're excited. I'm also joined by this guy, Charlie, who just jumped up on my lap before I started filming the video. Here's also a sign saying extreme toy content ahead, because this is kind of a toy, I suppose. But also, if I show anything that looks like a real firearm in this video, this is an airsoft channel and there are no real firearms. They are all toys, extreme toys. Anyway, I actually came across this. I was walking through the Evike Alhambra store. I saw it and I was like, oh, that looks kind of cool. Reminded me slightly of that like Bane mask, you know, from like Batman, where it's like Tom Hardy playing Bane or whatever. Speaks really cool, has that kind of thing on there. I've been looking recently at face protection. If you're not a follower of the channel or subscriber, you may not be aware. But I have actually found an incredible setup. So go back and watch that video. My current favorite setup. It's a lot of NB Tactical, a lot of Novritsch, a lot of anti-fog airlines with springs in them. Anyway, I think I've got it dialed. But before I kind of realized that I'd done that, I bought this. So I thought many of you may be out there thinking, should I buy this? And so if you've just searched this product, you should follow the channel and subscribe and etc. because this is what I do a lot. I buy random stuff and then I'm like, is this actually good for airsoft? Apparently this is for 12-year-olds plus, so you can't be under the age of 12 years to buy this. And it is from the company Matrix, who seem to just like rebrand, or they like put their licensing name on a load of stuff. But it's from Matrix. You can buy it from Evike, as I said. It's called their Scorpion Lower Face Protection Mesh and Rubber Half Mask. And in terms of price, I'll give you a little look at the website right here. There'll be a link down in the description. But price-wise, it's $33 for the black one. You can get it in black, gray, multicam black, OD green, and tan. So they've got a good selection. But obviously, OD green, tan, and gray are less desirable. Obviously, multicam for some reason is $10 more or $11 more. So it's $22 to $33. What I have just noticed is this. One customer review with 3 stars. Let's see what this person said. Looks good, but thing isn't flexible at all. If you have a way of flexing plastic, go for it, but this thing is stiff. Okay, well, we're going to figure out if that's right. So in this video, I'm going to unbox it. We're going to kind of have a look at it. I'm going to try it on so you can see me doing my best Bane impression. And then also I'm going to try it on with some goggles and just see what the alignment is like. But I don't know. I'm quite excited about this. Obviously, it's a $33 mask. So I'm not expecting insane stuff. And that person in their comment is absolutely right. This thing is solid. Like really, really hard plastic. I mean, I got the OD green version because I do OD green everything. And it is kind of cool looking. Very shiny, but it's kind of like two-tone. You've got that like matte green mixed with that green. I think as like a cosplay kind of thing, this could actually be really good. It also has like a rubber interior, like little face cup kind of thing. So actually it shouldn't be too uncomfortable. Tons of air holes in it, which I do actually think is quite good as well, because that was the main reason when I looked at it. I was like, actually, that could be kind of good. And then it looks like it's kind of got this head strap device on the back, which is going to kind of go over the back of your head. My number one thing with this right now, already I know that this is not going to be something I use in gameplay. You may not be the same as me, but when I wear something, I like to have my cheek down on the actual stock or whatever I'm using. If I'm using a rifle and not just a pistol, I need like a cheek weld. And the good thing about the NB Tactical is that it is a mesh, but it kind of gives, and it is kind of inside like a balaclava kind of thing. You want to try it on? Hello, I'm Charlie Bane. That's really embarrassing. Anyway, yeah, so it kind of gives. This thing is like, it's like a helmet. You can hear like how hard it is, this thing right here. I do imagine if you tried to flex it too much, it might snap. Build quality is good though. It's not like a bad build quality at all. I think the moment of truth is going to be trying it on and seeing how it fits. As I said, I think if you're like going and trying to do some like cosplay kind of thing, then it might be good. You may want to have a smaller face as well, because my nose is definitely getting, I've got a big nose, but it's definitely getting crimped on this thing. And this little thing that holds it in place actually isn't too uncomfortable if you ride it right on top of the back of your head. But this is pulling into my face. The other big thing is like, this is pretty far off. Like it's not close in. What could be kind of cool is if you found a way to like helmet mount this and just kind of like have it coming off your helmet in some way, and just had it as like a protective guard that kind of sat there as like a little bit away from your face, and then you just had your goggles kind of like keeping that. I think it's going to protect your mouth. I don't doubt that that's going to work. In fact, should we shoot it? Let's shoot it after this and just find out what that's going to happen. But this is really not very comfortable. I'll show you what I mean, Charlie. You get down here, bud. I've actually got my MP9. This is a toy. It's not real. But I've got my MP9 here. And I actually have a very high sight on this with this aim sight. But it is just not, it's just not that comfortable to get down. It does give. So you can use it. It's just not exactly the super comfortable. If you don't have a big riser on here like I do, I think that might be an issue, Charlie. Okay, so that is kind of my idea. Right, what I'm actually going to try it with is these Novritsch goggles, because these are pretty standard. It seems like they kind of like buy them, rebrand them, but they're a different brand that a lot of companies do the same thing to, and they work pretty well. Alignment wise, it's actually pretty good. Like that definitely protects my face. I'm not going to get hit. You can see there the coverage is like over your cheeks, around your jaw. It does hook under your chin, which is kind of good. And you can speak. I think this would get quite wet inside just from all my breath, just going backwards and forwards. There is obviously some gaps here, and there is a gap here that's kind of appearing over my nose. It also does push. Like if I do this and like push it up, that's going to slide off. And also it's going to push the goggles up just because they are so big in terms of like this ridge here that's going to hold there. Side profiles there. So yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's probably exactly what I was expecting. Other than if they'd have made this more flexible, I think that would have been a lot better. Let's shoot it though, because that could be quite good fun. Where is, I don't want to like shatter one of my screens or anything. Have I got anything which has BBs in it right now? Let's just do a little check. No. Let me just, I may have to go and get something with some BBs. This thing doesn't have BBs, does it? No. Okay, well, I'm going to have to go and grab, actually, staccato. No. Okay, I'm going to go and grab something now with some BBs so then I can go and shoot this. I'll be 1 second and I'll be back. You know, I just thought as we've got the MP9 out and people want to see it fire, let's do a little shot with the MP9. I really don't want to smash any screens with a bounce back. So I'm going to do a, where should we put it to shoot it? I'm going to put it, maybe I'll just put it here. And I'll do a point blank shot, because then we can kind of work out if it's actually going to stop, because that's really what we care about, isn't it? Something point blank. Where is, I'm just going to put on these. That's what we care about. We want to see if it's going to get something point blank, and Charlie won't get hit then. Okay, so let's have a little test of this. Why is that? Because I've got no BBs in it. I didn't put the actual mag in that has BBs, did I? Right, so that's in. Let's go with this. Ready? I'm going to close my mouth just in case. Okay, that did bounce back on hit my leg. But as you can see there, that's actually where it hit there, and that was absolutely fine. Let's try and see if we can hit the side mesh. Okay, so that shattered both of those BBs. You can see there's a skid mark where the BB skid across, and then that other one hit the mesh, and there's some little like fragments of plastic, but again, no issues at all. So I wouldn't be worried, guys, about using it. I think that is pretty close range. It's obviously, that's going to be firing about 350 FPS. I think it's not going to be much higher. But even I reckon at 400, you're not going to have big issues with it. And that was very, very close range if you're going to get shot in the face with an airsoft replica. So final thoughts on this, guys. For $30, I don't think the build quality is bad. I think it will work if you have a smaller face and you want to do something cool with it, like dress up in like a post-apocalyptic kind of like game. I don't think it's very milsim, unless you're trying to play some like futuristic soldier, and that's not milsim really, is it? Although that new helmet they've got, which is like AI VR kind of setup, this actually would fit that really, really well. But yeah, if you're looking for one of those things, that's great. I don't think function-wise in terms of protecting your face, it's going to be good. I don't think function-wise in terms of using it down onto like a rifle or something like that is going to be good. If you're playing like a juggernaut or something like that, that could be really cool. Might be worth having in your collection. And I think for $30, it's not like I'm looking at it like, where did the money go? There's definitely $30 of value here. But for me, it's going to be a pass. I'm not going to use this to play in airsoft. But you let me know what you think. And if you have one of these and you have good or bad experience, I would love to know. So put it down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much. I will be back with another video very soon. And as I said, link to this product is in the description below. Goodbye.